Hey everyone, I just got out and scrubbed the windshield a little bit because there was a bug right in front of the camera lens that the wipers couldn't get off. So today we are in the Everglades in South Florida. We're on the main road right now and we're about to turn up here in a couple of miles into Big Cypress National Preserve. This is a place that you are just about guaranteed to see an alligator no matter what day it is. I drove through here a couple days ago and the weather was fairly cold for Florida. The temperatures only got up to about 70 degrees or 19 degrees Celsius, and when it's colder like that, reptiles, especially the alligators, are going to come out of the water to bask in the sun. So I saw so many, I just stopped bothering even taking pictures and filming them. There was just so many alligators. Must have saw at least 50 that day. Well, today, driving down the main road, I'm not going to keep stopping. There's a lot of traffic and stuff, but I've seen probably 6 of them today. Some of them pretty big up on the banks of the rivers. You see them down in the water all the time as you drive over these many bridges. But once we get onto the dirt road, I'll stop and I'm going to show you some of them today. So tomorrow night, I have a camping permit for the Everglades National Park. We're gonna do a 24-mile round trip trail. I think that's like 34 kilometers round trip. So we're gonna go in 12 miles, camp overnight, out 12 miles. I went camping last week in the Everglades. I'm not sure if I posted that video yet when I'm posting this, but that was a saltwater marsh trail. There was a slight risk of a crocodile, but not really. They're pretty much open ocean creatures. So I talked to the park rangers and asked them, what is a trail that's maybe kind of flooded where there could be some alligators? And they recommended this trail to me, which is called Old Ingram Highway Campground. And I'm the only one that's going to be at the place. There's not many people this time of year, so it costs $23, a little bit less money than the last one. So we'll be parking at the gate. I feel weird about parking at the gate since I'm basically going to block the whole turnaround, but that's where they told me to park. So tonight we'll just spend the night at a nearby Walmart. We'll wake up nice and early, start the trail nice and early. Now, the trail I did last week took me 5.5 hours to go 6 miles because it was so flooded, so muddy. It took the breath out of me treading through that water for 5.5 hours. This one is not supposed to be as flooded, and that's good because I don't want to be walking through knee-deep water with alligators. The salt water was different because that keeps the alligators away, and the crocodiles, it's unlikely for them to even be there. So they guaranteed me that this trail is probably the best bet of actually filming alligators, camping with alligators from a distance. So it's an old highway that they haven't used since the 1940s. It's still passable to a vehicle. There's a gate and a very crappy road that the park rangers could drive to maintain these campsites, but I'll be walking it and there could be some cool things along it. So to walk 12 miles, I'm probably looking at 4 hours of walking if the trail's in good condition, maybe a little bit longer if it's flooded. And the road is surrounded by both sides of it. You can see it on the satellite map is swamp land, lots of water. So that being said, there's probably going to be gators up on the edge of the road that are basking. They told me the big gators, you'll see the grass knocked over, so just be careful if you see them when you go by them. They're not likely to attack on land. Their specialty is attacking in the water where they can actually drown their prey. Small ones, if they don't think they can eat you, they're not even going to be near you. They'll just avoid you. So that being said, the park rangers gave me a little bit of confidence on that trail with the alligators. They told me that every time somebody gets attacked, they're usually doing something stupid with the gator, getting too close, poking it, or just standing too close to the water where the alligator naturally would ambush you. So This trail was recommended to me. There is another campsite that's only 8 miles in, but we're just going to go all out with it. Because if it's flat and in decent condition like they say it is, I think I won't have a problem doing the 12 hours. And it'll be a really good workout for me. I got an MRE and some fresh fruit I'm going to bring out there with me. Now, where is this road? It should be coming up any moment. It should have a decent sign, because this is like one of the most scenic routes around here. It's a dirt road with both sides of the road flooded with crystal clear water and cypress trees, which are a aquatic type of tree. So the whole forest is flooded around these trees. It's nice and shady. It's just booming with fish and gators. Every single culvert pipe on this road has a gator in it, just about. You get out. If you don't see gators from the road, which you're gonna see them, they're everywhere. They're just about in every culvert pipe. They seem to like the current. Maybe the current drags fish into their mouth. I'm not sure. There's some reason they like culvert pipes. So where's this road gonna start? The speed limit on this road is 60, or about 95 kilometers an hour. At night it drops to 45 or 70 kilometers an hour because they don't want you hitting animals at night. There are signs absolutely everywhere for panther crossing. It's unlikely to see the panthers. They just don't want you hitting them because they're endangered. That's why there's so many signs. And the place we camp is unlikely to have panthers or bears because it's surrounded by a lot of swamp where those creatures just wouldn't typically go. Hope I didn't miss it. I don't think I did. I'm keeping an eye on every road. May have been our road. Loop Road sounds like that's our road. Let's just take a quick look at the map on the truck. Yeah, I'm guessing it is. The map on my truck isn't as detailed as Google Maps, but it has to be this road right here. So this is a dirt road. It's in very, very rough shape. Even with this vehicle, I had to go very slow on it. The speed limit is 30 or 50 kilometers, and I couldn't keep that speed with this truck. I just didn't want to break anything. So we're going to go through a slight residential area, then it gets into the swamps, where there are a couple houses here and there. It's got to be the road. Can't imagine how bad this will get after a rainstorm. Making quite the dust cloud. Oh, come on. This is going to be annoying. I'm going to hide this box of quarters in the back seat under a jacket so you don't hear that. I have a bunch of quarters for doing laundry. Yeah, this is the right road. You see, this road's horrible. They don't maintain it very well. And this is getting into the dry season. I don't know why they haven't fixed it yet. So Florida, they told me, it is expected to have a normal dry season. Last year, the dry season was very wet. Areas that typically dry up were flooded last year. Maybe another day there's some cool trails I want to do along this road. There's some boardwalks. And sometimes I also realize it's very cheap to do. In the Everglades, they have a bunch of camping trails that are kayak and canoe only. They're flooded trails through the swamp, and you camp on these wooden decks with roofs, and they're pretty cheap. They're only $23 a night, and you can rent a kayak out there for $50 a day, and they'll deliver it right to the trail as long as you provide a permit number proving that you have access to these places. Now, I don't see online how to rent these. Be like this for the next half hour, then it's for some reason gets really good further out. This is a scenic road for tourists, so I don't know why they keep it in such bad shape. I remember in Maine, the logging companies have admitted to me they purposely keep the first couple miles of the logging roads in bad shape because it keeps less traffic out of the wilderness that gets in their way. They told me by keeping the roads in bad condition at the entrances of the wilderness, it keeps tourists from entering deep into the woods and causing traffic issues in their logging sites. I don't think that's why they're doing it here. This road's just in bad shape. Boom. Terrible road. Awful. Try to get around this car. Here's like a boardwalk trail that might be interesting to do another day. I noticed the water in certain areas, I think it has a lot of sulfur or something in it that makes it smell and taste funny. Every time I see people's sprinkler systems running, it makes the whole area smell like a fart. I'm thinking it's a lot of sulfur. And like the other day I got some Taco Bell and I got Sprite, and a lot of the soda machines are concentrate and they add city water to it, and I just couldn't drink it. It tasted disgusting. So in Florida, anytime I get something like that, I just ask the fast food place, just give me a bottle of water. I don't want to take that. Something out on these roads that I found is a little bit funny is sometimes I pull over just to photograph the infrastructure, and then a whole bunch of other cars start stopping behind me, and they get out because they're like, oh my gosh, he must be filming a gator, and they get out and it's just a culvert pipe. It's funny. Same thing in my area, but in my area they assume I'm filming something like a moose. Yeah, there's a lot more traffic today than there was last week. But also last week I came out here like a half an hour before it got dark. Here's someone getting out of their vehicle. Maybe it's a gator. Yeah, this person got their camera too. Let's approach slowly. What's that on the side of the road? I see something. Is that a gator? I'm assuming that's a gator right there. Yeah, that's a big alligator right there. Let's pull over too and get out for a moment. Let's see what we got. Crystal clear water. Ooh, there's a bird right next to me too in the water, fishing. Yeah, crystal clear. There we go. Cute little bird. Get a gator over there.
Look at that bird. Over there?
Keep a safe distance. Yeah, that's some really good pictures I'm getting here. It's a decent sized one, like 5 feet. Biggest one I've seen recently is 8 feet. I got out just in time. Now there's like 8 cars that just piled up. The gators can cause a traffic jam. Let's see. Everyone's out of that other car too, so let's slowly make our way around. That was a really good picture, that one. That one's posing perfectly in the sun. Alright, go around. The other day I was also able to get a really good close-up shot. Like right now I'm driving by it, I'm super close to it. Wouldn't get that close out of the vehicle though. Yeah, this road is always a gold mine for looking at alligators. I've only been here once before, but I can just tell by the amount. I must have seen 50 of them the other day, as I said. And they seem to hang out around the culvert pipes. Oop, big hole. Boom. Drive by a little open driveway like that, I look in there, see if there's anyone, like an alligator basking. About that like jiggling noise. Can't do anything about that. There's lots of noises in here. There's all kinds of stuff in here. Not even gonna stress myself out trying to stop these noises because I can't. There's too many noises in here at the same time. Culvert. They seem to hang out at these, so use caution and look really carefully. Okay. Looking down. You know what, let's get out anyways, because sometimes they're just here. Let's see. Sometimes they're just at the culverts. This one doesn't have much water, so maybe not. They're usually at the culverts. This culvert's not even flowing, that's why. Let's look in there. Not seeing anyone. I just caused somebody to stop there and get out. They're gonna find a really big one there. Big culvert. Decent. Maybe this person up here sees another gator. Okay, here's the culvert. There is one here, yes. I think this is the pipe I stopped at a couple days ago. Let's get out for a minute. Okay, I was here a few days ago. I heard a bird screaming in here like it was being attacked by something. This is where we saw, there was like a 7-foot one in here the other day, right there. I used an underwater camera to get a look at it. And here's a small one. This might be the same small one we saw too, next to the big one. Maybe. The small gator in there. Lots of fish. Okay, we're back in. Once we get a little deeper into this place, there's an area where, whoa, oh my gosh, that one was huge. Let's get out. How did that person not see that and go by it? Whoa. Whoa, this one's huge. Maybe this is the 7-footer we saw the other day. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, that one's, I don't know if that's it or not, but don't know if you can tell size from here, but that is like, that might be an 8-footer. That thing is huge. I'm not going to get any closer, but that thing is massive. It's just relaxing in the sun. It's not like in a attack pose. It's just relaxing. See how the grass is all pushed over here. More of them been laying down here. They could be anywhere. You see the woods is flooded. Both sides of the road. They can be anywhere. That was a big, big one. That might be the biggest one I've seen out here. That was massive. All right, we might be on the part of the road now. I said a couple miles in, the road becomes very nice. Here's another culvert. You always gotta slow down at these. Ooh, a bird! Look at that bird right there. You scared the bird away. Not seeing anything. There could be though. I found quite a few alligators inside of culvert pipes. So you definitely don't want to touch a culvert pipe in Florida. Wait, was that a little one I just went by? There may have been a little one right there in the edge of the road. Here's another area. Like this road here, when you're driving, you can't really see in the woods with the high grass. But if I was to park and just walk this road, or maybe take a bicycle at a Whoa, another massive one. You saw its tail. Let's get out and have ourselves a look. Oh, another big one, mile marker 5. Look at the size of this one. Not as big as the other one. That's maybe a 6-footer. Still pretty big. You see what I mean though? They could be anywhere. Just look at that. It's flooded. Both sides of the road. Nice. That's a big, big one. Wait, as I'm walking away, it just put its head up. All right. We're having real good luck. Narrow bridge. Okay, this is a really big bridge, I remember. Just based on, you see the solar panel there? That's a monitoring system for the water depth. Wait, what do I see down there? It's just a collection of slime. It's going really slow looking in the water. It's a bit shady here, so they probably wouldn't be right there. Beautiful spot. I want to get out for a minute. I don't see one, I just want to get out and look. This area doesn't have all the overgrowth, so you can actually see in here a bit how beautiful it is. Nice and shaded with these aquatic cypress trees. Water's flowing decent. Out here there's also a bunch of trails you can take with a canoe through these swamps and look at more gators. So many fish down there. Yep, almost every place you stop you're gonna see one. That's a good medium-sized one. The smallest one I've seen so far was like 3 feet. I haven't seen any real babies. About the other side. Not seeing anything. Water's so clear, but I wouldn't want to go swimming in there. You could have one of these guys camouflaged in any bush. Nice. Okay. Now these areas that are a bit more open, you can drive slow and look for the gators. But they'll more than likely be in the sun because last week was cold. And right now the daytime high is actually above average for winter in Florida. I know it's not winter yet, but this is the colder a couple months. This is late November. Here we go to another culvert pipe. They seem to like the moving water. Looks beautiful, but I'm not seeing anyone here. So we'll keep on moving for a bit. Such a relief that the road is in good shape. Oh, got another big one. We'll make it fast. I'm actually not blocking the road like I thought. Not gonna get any closer. We're maybe 10 feet away. Getting some good pictures. Let's walk over here. Look at the culvert pipe. I don't see anyone in the water. Okay, other side. Nope. All right. The cypress trees here, some of them still are, they still have their needles. Most conifers keep their needles, but these ones will actually go bald in the winter. Even down in Florida, they go bald. I'm not sure why. Maybe to survive the dry season if it's really bad. Or maybe just a trait left over from the last ice age. I'm really not sure why something in the tropics loses its needles. Another culvert pipe. It's just one after another. This area has so much water. It's awesome. Even the areas that don't have much water, the gator could still be there basking. I've seen it in them in dried up fields this week too. Look at this. There's another pipe. And another pipe right here. There's a couple birds at that one. The Everglades has a lot of really beautiful birds. Pink birds, blue birds, a lot of white birds. Here's another culvert pipe. Bending over, looking down by the pipe. Not seeing anyone. That wasn't the most sunny culvert. Maybe sometime I'll invest in a canoe or a kayak. Cool to go around in these places. They have designated spots that you can go out in these flooded areas and see the gators up close. Here's a big culvert. Anyone here? Not that I'm seeing, but I kind of want to get out anyway. It's a really big pipe. And I can't see the other side here. There could be a gator. Water's flowing very good. About over here. Yep. There's one. Never fails. There's always some gators around out here. Even if you don't see them, there's probably one somewhere. Look at this. It's a big culvert. Two big culverts. I'm gonna bend down for a minute, okay? Let's see. Is there any gators inside there? Can you see anything in there? See a good amount of fish. Okay. You know, on this road I should probably just click the seatbelt behind my back since I keep getting out so often. Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys this one. This one's the smallest one of the day. It's not that small, but smallest one I've seen today. Maybe 4 feet. It's a fairly small one. Just warming up in the sun. Your eyes peeled around here. They could be anywhere. Another culvert pipe. How we doing here? I'm not seeing any. these people are seeing one. They're stopped here to look at something. If they stopped, we're gonna stop. We're gonna get out and see whatever they're looking at. Yeah. This area is pretty flooded, and this area is also really beautiful. I want to show the cypress trees. Yeah, this is extremely beautiful. Wow, look at these awesome looking trees. Oh, that bird scared me. Looking around, we see one really big gator, maybe a 7-footer. What else are we gonna see? Let's go to the other side. A ton of fish. The gators sure do got a good supply of food. Okay. That was a really beautiful one. There's going to be some more culvert pipes up here that are in very beautiful spots. You can also notice on the trees that the water is a lot lower than it can be. There's water lines on a lot of the trees around here. Taking a look here. Not seeing anything. Lots of flat areas though, where they come up. A lot of flat areas. Another culvert. Not seeing any. Now this area seems like, yeah, I can see the water lines on the trees too, would indicate the water sometimes is over this road. And you can see the areas with the rough gravel here. They had to patch this. These are little washouts. Doesn't look like it was bad, but it got dug out a little bit by the water. Beautiful area of flooded trees. Here's another pipe. The pipes are good areas to stop at because they're a lot more open. There's not as much traffic out here as like the beginning of the road. Areas of trees. Getting dusty up here. We got the air intake off though. And we don't have to clog up both filters. Here's a bit of a traffic jam. What do these people see? There might be one up here. Looking down here. Wide open space to look, but I don't see any gators. These people looking at. Is there one here somewhere? Maybe at this pipe. I don't see one. Maybe just letting traffic through. Another culvert. The gators make the culverts in Florida very scary. You wouldn't want to enter any unless you can visually see that it's empty. Right here's a open area where somebody has like a little camp. Someone has a cool little house or whatever it is out here with a bunch of vultures on their roof. Looking around, see some birds, but no alligators. This road floods bad right here. It hasn't rained in a while, and I noticed that some of the culverts are actually close to capacity in the national park. This area is very dry, not too much water going through that pipe. Now we're getting dusty out here. Can't wait to see what alligators our hiking trail up here has in store. I think this guy's letting me pass. Any gators? Nope. Get that layer of dust off. Looks so much cleaner now. Another little house out here. This area is really dark and shady. I don't think we'll see as many gators until we get to the next really wet spot. I am curious about certain areas like that. On the map, it is showing like an overgrown road going to something. Pushed out probably the last major storm or hurricane it comes through here whenever this place really likes to flood. Ooh, we got a gator, and this area is pretty beautiful too. Okay, we left enough room for someone to pass. Let's get out for a moment. Beautiful. Look at the trees here. Got the gator out there. Gator's excited for the warm weather after it being cold out for quite a while. Look way out there, got some nice birds. Wonder how many of those birds get eaten by the gators every day. And look down here in the water, I'm trying to get my shadow out of the way. I see some catfish. Let's see if there's anybody over here on the other side of the road. Nope, just a lot of fish. The roads down here are so white. My black floor mat looks pure white. It's like tracking in chalk dust. As you drive around, it's interesting. Up in my area, the dirt is like brownish. Drive up northern Florida, Alabama, it's bright orange. Okay, let's see. I can almost guarantee we're gonna see a couple more before this road's up. This road's gonna go into another residential area. Look at all the people up here. I bet we're gonna find another one up here. Everyone got out. There's gotta be something interesting. When you see a lot of people, slow down way in advance, because then you don't drag your dust cloud over them. I know personally that really upsets me when people blast by on a dirt road. Let's get out for a moment. Those trees are really pretty. No gators though on this one. Okay. So far I have not seen a single alligator be afraid. They don't go away when you get up to them like most creatures. Even the small ones don't scurry away from you. Like here, I've seen some snakes, they almost always go away. Except like cottonmouth I saw once. I had to push to the edge of the road with my rake. Didn't even snap at me. It was just like so relaxed and out of it in the sun. Here's another pipe. Pretty dried up. I'm just really happy we were able to see those big alligators. But I do think we'll see more. I think this guy in front of me is probably gonna stop at some of the big ones, big culverts, just to look for the gators. Yeah, that one's kind of dried up too, but they could be anywhere hiding in that grass. I slow down at every pipe. Oh, this one's got this is a big wide open area. No gator though. For recreation. You need a permit to use those trails. It's for hunting, camping. Park ranger. Another culvert. Obviously you can tell there's a much higher concentration of gators at the beginning of the road. It's more flooded. It's just a better environment for them than here. This area is probably more likely where the small ones would be. They're just harder to spot. driveway there going to a house or a hunting cabin. I could see it down the driveway, a building. The end of this road has a neighborhood, and every house is built on like a 10-foot island, because this area, the road goes underwater during hurricanes, I would assume, based on how the houses are built really high up, most of them. Might be hunting gators or something. There's no one in that truck, and they got a massive cooler in the back. Yeah, I looked it up. Even in the national park, you are allowed to get permits to hunt. See this area right here, how it has these reflectors everywhere? I'm not 100%, but it might have those reflectors so you know where the edge of the road is if it's flooded. I don't know though. "12 more miles left of this dirt road." I'm not sure if that's the halfway point or what. What did I just see? What did I just see back there? Let's back up a little bit. We just passed the road, and there was a gate, and there was something on the ground that looked shiny. Was it a wet gator? No. I saw it too fast. It was just a palm leaf on the ground. We are probably more than 2/3 of the way done with this. I got a map here. Look in the water, doesn't see anything. Cool out here to see a panther or a Florida bear. They got black bears down here. They're typically a little bit smaller than the ones up north. Since they don't hibernate, they don't need to get as fat. Mowed the sides of the road. Makes it easier to see when you have to pull over. Make sure there's no gators there, no holes you'll fall into. little trickle. Another culvert. Just a little trickle. There's a whole bunch of vehicles right here. What does everyone see? When there's people out of their vehicle, there's probably something there. Probably something interesting around. Assuming it's at this pipe, whatever it might be. I should get out and have a look. Ooh. That's the smallest one I've seen. That one was tiny. I almost didn't see it. It's like maybe a little bigger than the one I saw at Walmart's detention pond that was broken and kept water in it. There's a Walmart in Florida that I slept over at a couple of nights. They have like a duck pond that's not supposed to be there. It's because the pond isn't operating correctly and it's clogged, the outlet. And there was a little gator in there that I'm assuming is why there's some dead ducks in the water. Last week I had a vulture drop a snake on the hood of the truck. It wasn't a living snake, it was a very dead, stinky snake. Got out and used a stick to get it off. Area. This person's going super slow and that other person back there is backing up. Is there something interesting here? Just a little trickle of water, but flooded on the downfall side, outfall side. This would probably be an interesting road to ride a bicycle down on a day that's not dusty. You'd probably see a lot more. Ooh, look at that. Let's get out and see it. And that's a pretty small one. That other little baby one was the first one I had that was afraid of me. This one's still a good 5 feet. It's just really skinny, not bulky. Look at those big, sharp teeth. It's like a little dinosaur. Alright. Some of them are hidden well and just their tails poked out. Hopefully they don't get their tail run over. Here's some more water. Crystal clear. I'm not seeing anyone in it though. Another culvert. I'm loving the amount of culverts this road has to offer. Both sides of this are very flooded. The water's very deep here too. always assume they're hiding in the bushes, 'cause they probably are. Another culvert. Culverts make for really good viewing areas because you're up on top of the concrete and it can't really get up there at you. There's another pipe. That's a small pipe. That was just a little metal culvert. Most of them are concrete, pretty large. Last week I saw this, probably maybe the second biggest one I've seen, was like 8 feet, and it was drifting towards a maximum capacity culvert with a whirlpool. But the gator caught itself just in time. Got a ton of water flowing through it, but I don't see any friends in that water. Not right here either. We're starting to get wetter, so we might see more of them coming up. We're back to another wet section where I remember some really beautiful shots, beautiful areas, pretty big cypress trees in deep water. I think we got coming up somewhere. Got some trash cans here, another monitoring station for water depth. It looks like we got one on both sides of the road. I don't see any gators. Maybe those people do, but I didn't see one in there. Right here the ditch is very deep, and I can easily see it with the nice mowed grass. If there's a gator. Looks like somebody's taking a picture out their window here. Alright, it's our turn. Is there something interesting here? Something interesting, maybe enough to get out? What were they just taking a picture of? I don't see anything. Looking up into the tree, is there anything there? I don't know. Looking in the water, something just made a splash. Probably a fish. The fish around here seem to be pretty jumpy. Okay, I'm not seeing anything. I'm gonna try to get around this Jeep in a moment. After the next tight bridge. Oh, no, he's gonna pull over. Okay, let's go around. Ooh, a big gator right there. Let's get out too. Take a look. Alright. Oh, looks like we're done with the wilderness area. I see up here it says 15 miles an hour school zone ahead. It's like a place that they probably bring kids out to, and they bring them out to see what kind of nature's in the area. I did the same thing when I used to live in the city. They'd bring us out into a state park and with nets, and they'd have us try to collect fish, tadpoles, frogs, turtles, whatever, and they'd show us what it is. It was to try to get city kids out into nature. They probably have that same kind of program here. Most areas have a program similar to that. That was a good shot of that gator showing its teeth. I'm glad I pulled over in front of that Jeep because now there's a traffic jam of like 4 people blocking the road now. So right here is a school zone, and the rest of this road is paved now. So we're just about done. This is where we get into like a neighborhood. And there's a trail across the road from the school. Now we're going by people's driveways. Still, we're in the swamp. The swamp is all around us still. Could still see gators. Here's another culvert. Wide open areas. Alrighty, we did a nice loop there. Saw a good amount of big gators, little one too. And I hope today's video was interesting, everyone. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.